Dear students, I am Dr. Shailendra. Today going to discuss your paper regarding direct tax law of your MCOM course. This paper you are going to study in the third semester of your course. This paper is about direct tax law. Other papers regarding the direct tax law under the heading of Income Tax Law Part 1 and Income Tax Law Part 2 you have already studied your BCom course based syllabus. Here also we are teaching you current provisions, latest provisions regarding the income tax law under this paper, which is titled as Direct Tax Law. Why we are teaching again this paper under your MCOM course? Answer is that in the BCom course, purpose of the paper is different, focus of the paper is different. During the BCom course, you study this paper from the basics. Mean to say, here first of all, you come to know about the basic terminology regarding the paper, basic structure regarding the income tax law, and then after learning the main provisions regarding the income tax law, you were able to compute the tax liability of the person. So here also you are going to study same provisions but by considering the latest amendments, latest changes in the income tax law. Syllabus of this paper is divided into two units, Unit 1 and Unit 2. Under the first unit of this syllabus, you will study basic concepts regarding direct tax law and another important definitions regarding income tax law. Next topic is about basis of charge of the income tax. Under the basis of charge, two components are there. One is about residential status of the person. Person may be individual, may be Hindu undivided family, may be partnership firm, may be a company. So what are the basis to compute to find out the residential status of the person? You will learn in this part of the syllabus. And second component of the basis of charge is about nature of income. So nature of income is Indian income or foreign income. So which income we can cover under the heading of Indian income and which income we can cover under the heading of foreign income. All these things you will learn under this topic. By considering these two components, basis of charge will be defined by considering the nature of the person. In this unit, another topic is about 5 heads of the income. As you study during your BCom that there are 5 heads of the income or 5 categories of the income. Again, same 5 heads you are going to revise in this unit. So 5 heads will cover, first of all, salary head is there, and then house property head is there. After that, profit and gains based income based head is there. Then capital gain head is there, and 5th head is about income from other sources head. So what are the current provisions, latest provisions? By considering the latest amendments, you will study under this unit. In the second unit of this paper, main part is about computation of the tax liability. How to compute? What is the basic process to compute the tax liability by considering different categories of the person? So here you will find the topics regarding computing the taxable income tax liability of the individual, computation of tax liability of the partnership firms, computation of tax liability of the Hindu undivided family, computation of tax liability of a company. So what are the rules, what are the latest methods are applicable for the financial year 2020-21 you are going to cover under this syllabus. Deductions from gross total income. This is also important topic which is mentioned under this unit of your syllabus. Deductions from gross total income is also important from the fourth semester based year paper which is about corporate tax planning. Tax planning means to say how one can save tax liability, how one can minimize tax liability, even person, even a company, how they can manage or reduce their tax liability. What are the methods provided under the law? Those make these attempts, these actions of the person, legal attempts, you are going to study under the heading of tax plannings. So under the topic of direct tax laws, deductions from gross total incomes are such an area from where tax planning is possible. So maximum scope of tax planning, even in case of an individual or even in case of a company, is available under the heading of gross total income based deductions. So this is also important from the fourth semester based paper of your syllabus which is about corporate tax planning. Earlier you used all these deductions to compute the tax liability of the person. In your BCom course also, you are using all the 5 income-based heads regarding provisions mentioned under the income tax law and deductions and income tax rates with the purpose of computing tax liability to find out the final tax amount of the person. But during this paper of your master course, focus is different, that how you can use same provisions to compute those earlier you were using to compute the tax liability of the person. Now how you can use those provisions to minimize the tax amount of the person, or you can say for saving the tax amount, tax liability of the person. So here learning objective is different. You are going to apply same provisions but with different purpose. So now in this paper you are going to learn what are the methods, what are the areas, what are the approaches those can be used to reduce the tax liability of the person. Other topics in the second unit of this paper are about set off and carry forward of losses and clubbing of incomes. These topics also you have studied during your BCom course. So same topics, same things now you can apply to compute the tax liability of the person. So this is the brief introduction about the syllabus of this paper. Students, in examination you have to attempt short questions as well as long questions from this paper, from which you have to attempt 2 long questions from section A and 2 long questions from section B. These questions are for 40 marks. In this way, 10 marks is provided to each long type question. And also under the section C, you will see 12 short answer type questions from which you need to attempt 10 short answers. Those are carrying 30 marks in total. In this way, 70 marks paper you will have to attempt in the external examination, and 30 marks based internal evaluation we will do under the internal assessment in our department. For internal assessment purposes, we will take test from the students in the form of objective type questions. In this way, 100 marks are given to this paper. At the end, I would like to suggest that first of all, you should visit the departmental website and find your lessons, those we have uploaded on the departmental website, and go through from the syllabus of this paper. Before attending the PCP, you should learn, you should study this syllabus and lessons so that you must come to us with your queries, those we can answer in the PCPs. Thank you.